If the entire world was safe and everybody recognized it, there would be no need for a safe space. Your most popular vid on him helped me change my mind.
Jordan Peterson is not a liberal. I don't give a shit how much you try to say he's a liberal. You go to a Turning Point USA conference and you speak as a conservative speaker at the Turning Point USA conference alongside the likes of Tucker Carlson and numerous other people, then you're not a liberal. You are literally a conservative. But a lot of people are new to politics, or they feel.
You don't talk about it as much. But I remember you saying every day after Biden got elected that this shit was coming back. Yeah, I did. And I was right. And it did. You look like Matt Walsh here. Yeah, my hair looks awful here.
Jordan Peterson does do regular self-help. Self-help is a grift overall.
Okay, guys, remember, this was my worst moments, okay? This is like end of 2020, first half of 2021, whereas like when I was rapidly gaining weight and looking like absolute doo-doo. How'd you get your hair to curl more like now? My hair was wavy and curly there as well. It's just that when you don't wash yourself, when you don't wash your hair for a while, it tends to be a little bit, I mean, it's still wavy, you can see it, but it tends to be a little bit straighter. I was a real gamer back then. Where were we? Where's Jordan Peterson? Where's Jordan? Let's hear.
Message that the world is going to send them. Should be. Because otherwise you're not preparing them for the world. So maybe your kid's annoying as hell to you and your wife, and you don't do anything about it because you think, well.
Also, one thing that you looked over today is his claim about the future authoring program claims. His study is not peer-reviewed, done in only 2 universities, and track GPA over 2 semesters only. Motherfucker out here making outlandish claims. Yeah. One fun thing that these conservative freaks used to do, which is like kind of a dying art at this point, is they used to always talk about how shitty the humanities are, which Jordan Peterson is not going to fully do because, like, I mean, he's a psych guy. But they used to talk about how shitty the studies are in humanities. And it's not a real science, right? Liberal arts is bullshit. Look at all these fucking bullshit studies. They used to bring this shit up all the time. As a matter of fact, they even make like fake studies to prove how easy it was to like get non-peer reviewed studies published and shit, right? Meanwhile, they do that all the time now. I mean, this is him doing the same thing. It's just like a fucking bullshit ass study. Also, it's ironic because like a lot of the bullshit ass studies come from, or way more of the bullshit studies come from the oil lobbyists that create think tanks that explicitly churn out these studies with propaganda purpose that make their way not in front of peer reviewers, but instead make their way directly to Fox News and, Ben Shapiro and everyone else.
We're all mercy. It's like, that's just fine until your kid has to make a friend or, deal with an adult that's not you, in which case they're going to get slaughtered. There's nothing merciful about that. And if you accommodate people beyond what the environment itself would allow, you misinform them about the world they're going to inhabit. And plus, it can be gamed, and it's being gamed constantly.
Yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite take, which is like, again, such an old grift. You almost appreciate it. It's like nostalgic. You know what I mean? We opened up a time capsule, and Jordan Peterson from 2014 popped out, crawled out of there to just like say the same shit. Like, oh yeah, if we do accommodations in schooling, then these kids are going to be shocked when they find it out in the real world. Okay? There's no accommodation in the real world. It's like, yeah, motherfucker, everybody knows that. Like, this is perhaps the dumbest argument that they used to use against safe spaces, right? They were like, you can't have a safe space in a college campus because the world is not safe. It's like, hey, you fucking idiot. That is the entire point of the safe space, because it comes with the recognition that nowhere else do you have just like a free moment where you don't have to constantly debate your identity, for example. That's the literal point. If the entire world was safe and everybody fucking recognized it, there would be no need for a safe space. It's so stupid. This motherfucker went into a benzo addiction coma and then came back and he still thinks it's fucking 2014. What's happening? What's going on? And of course, once again, pure projection, pure grift and pure projection. I've never met a conservative that doesn't love having a safe space and a hug box. 90% of their fucking arguments revolve around why liberals don't agree with them. That's like their whole fucking argument is like, oh, well, liberals don't agree with me, which is why we need to bully them until they're forced to. Oh, I got dunked on. I hate that. That's the worst thing that could have ever happened. Let's build a conservative dating site. Surely that'll work. It's like, it's so stupid.
Instantly.
Online school, you and your daughter working together.
Yeah.
What should we know and how do we get it?
Well, we've got about 30.
Yeah, and there it is. And this is the real reason why he's doing this grift, because he, much like Barry Weiss and all these other like intellectual conservatives, are trying to start their own colleges, okay? Fake colleges, taking advantage of like America's awful higher education structure that allows you to just like slap on the word college or a university onto any kind of institution. Barry Weiss did this in Austin, if I remember correctly. What the fuck was it? She made like some nonprofit grift. Trump University is a very famous example of this, obviously. And now Jordan Peterson's getting in on the grift as well.
30 courses recorded so far in a studio in Miami. They look very good. They're very professionally produced. We are trying to find the best lecturers in the world. So if you think you're a good lecturer and you want to participate, give that some thought.
Yeah, I love watching One Nation with Brian Kilme. I'm the world's greatest lecturer. And wouldn't you know it, I'm watching One Nation with Brian Kilme right now. It's my time to shine. Oh my God, let me ring up Jordan Peterson right now. Like, who the fuck are you recruiting at One Nation with Brian Kilme, dude?
That's Peterson Academy. We hope we'll be ready to roll in November. We want to make sure that we have the best lectures that we can possibly provide on the most germane.
I mean, this is so awesome because when Barry Weiss did the same exact thing, everybody's just like clowned on her and then it failed. Okay? It's just a scam. You want to know how I know? Andrew Tate did it with Hustlers University, bitch. He was there before you. He did it way before you, King. What's happening? Sitting between Jordan Peterson and Brian Kilme on a movie theater love seat, and they're both snoring asleep from Klonopin. Klonopin. Yeah, I said it right. Klonopin. Did I say it right? K-pin. Fuck. Connor. Won't catch me in HasanAbi University. I'll be leaving with new pronouns.
Main topics, and then we're going to ally that with a very stringent testing and accrediting system so that if you are a graduate of this particular institution, the people who hire you will know that you learned what you were aiming at learning and that you did the proper work. And that's extraordinarily important because employers need to know that.
Absolutely. Dr. Jordan Peterson.
Yeah, dude, so many people are going to be just desperately fighting over one another to get the latest Peterson University graduates. They learn things like hustle culture, cryptocurrencies, and numerous other subjects that all of this goon's closest allies will be pushing for. Matt Walsh teaches gender. Dog, you're a Daily Wire commentator at this point. That's all you do. You're not a fucking serious professor any longer. Like, you got kicked out of the profession, so you turned around, went to America, just like all of these fucking fallen dipshits do. Whenever, like, European countries or wannabe European countries like Canada, no Mexico, will kick you out, and then you come to America to continue the grift. Steven Crowder teaches interpersonal relationships in the workplace.
I know you had a few hurdles to clear to get here. I really appreciate your time. I know our audience does. Best success coming your direction. And, well, if you want to go see you in person, just go to
jordanpeterson.com.
Dr. Peterson, thanks so much.
Hey, you bet.
Great to see you, sir.
Thanks for the invitation.
All right. Pretty cool, right? Don't miss the second part of my interview with Dr. Jordan Peterson next week.
Oh, hell yeah. Went to jordanpeterson.com. My man is still selling tickets for a tour, offering personality courses. Understandmyself.com. Conservative Manifesto, A Vision for Conservatives. Remember, he was a liberal, by the way. Essay, You Don't Need Another Autocorrect. ARC, The Alliance for Responsible Citizenship Statement of Vision and Invitation. Where the fuck's this college? An 8-module personality course taught by renowned psychologist and best-selling author.
Trillion things to pay attention to. Almost all of them are irrelevant. Why are they irrelevant? It genuinely is the case that people are different. And of course, it's difficult to get a handle on that because you tend to see the world through your own personality.
This is it? This is all they got? Okay, this is more music than actual takes. 79,000 followers. Launching in 2023. This is so... We're filming a course on the Sermon on the Mount, an intro to Churchill, and an intro to statistics this week. So it's going to be an online college? Wait, Matt Como shot this? What the fuck? No shot. That's crazy. He was like the OG TikTok camera guy. I've known him for years, like probably for the past 10 years. His work caught my attention 10 years ago. And I thought it was really good. And he is very talented. And he's worked with like every fucking big TikTok guy or every big Instagram Vine guy, pretty much. A recent review of University of Austin, how the so-called University of Austin is faring nearly 2 years after conception. What's in a name, Shakespeare once mused. It seems the minds behind this upstart took a page out of the Bard's book. With a specific city in the school's name, it would make sense to actually be located there. While University of Austin, Texas, has office space for its administrative headquarters in South Austin, all classes have been taught over short sessions in Dallas so far. President of Communications Hillel Ofek says the school is keeping its options open while seeking land to develop a campus in Austin. Accreditation. Yeah, about that whole university thing, if you read its fine print carefully, you'll notice that it usually refers to itself as UATX, strategically avoiding that U word, just like PragerU. That's because you can't call yourself a university in Texas unless you are one, which it isn't. While its website says it will seek accreditation, it also implies the whole system is rigged. OFEC says UATX has submitted the necessary paperwork and is currently waiting out the process. Course offerings. On its summer programming, they have the series Forbidden Courses. For a school that emphasizes serious inquiry, it smacks of a juvenile fixation on shock value. Moreover, there's the fact that topics covered in these sessions, religion, sexuality, race, are discussed and written about extensively and from a variety of perspectives in the universities across the globe. This is shocking. Faculty. So it gets a C- on course offerings. It gets a F on accreditation, F on location. Faculty. The notable names associated with UATX might be a strongest selling point. However, famed Harvard professor Steven Pinker resigned from the advisory board almost immediately after its formation. Steven Pinker is also a fucking clown ass. And he's not alone. More recently, board member and evolutionary biologist Heather Hying departed in December 2022 after suggesting that the school was simply too obsessed with being anti-woke. Dude, you lost Jeffrey Epstein's friend Steven Pinker and Heather Hying. Diversity gets a D+. Although it claims to foster diversity of thought, the cast that has taught the school's courses thus far appear to be a cadre of thinkers that each hold a particular controversial view. From University of Chicago Professor Dorian Abbott's hatred of inclusion initiatives, likening them to Nazism, to author Katie Rofi's insinuation that some date rapes are the victim's fault. It begins to look like less of a learning institution and more like an intellectual Ponzi scheme where the buy-in is railing against wokeism. The real thing I want to know is like how many people have like fallen to this grift. Crucial step in building a university is scaring away all the smart people who might actually teach there. Yeah, because you don't want them. They're smart. That means they're gay. And we don't want that. We want like fucking, and by gay, I don't mean like actually queer. I mean like they're lame. You know what I mean? That's the way that they would refer to it. Like they want diversity initiatives and stuff like that. We don't want that. They're nerds. We want non-woke professors. Peterson Academy's Twitter account boasts in its description, courses, virtual classrooms, community, devoid of ideology, learn the world's best, how to think, not what to think. Launching in 2023. And then the first thing that comes up is just promoting Michaela Peterson. Peterson Academy, at Peterson Academy, will fix this. 900 likes. It's not doing well. His daughter is hot? Yeah, of course.
I
Wait,
did
let
some
me hear. I want to hear what he has to
investigation
say about the American education system. Gotta see what brilliant takes this Canadian man has.
derivation of the American public education system and found out that it was based on the Prussian model. And the Prussians produced a universal education system in the late 1800s because they were afraid they were losing military superiority, and they wanted to produce a cadre of mindless, obedient soldiers. That was
Okay, public education, much like the military structure, is almost entirely created for some level of public cohesion. Yes, social cohesion. That part is not true. But you would agree with that, I think. Most people would. You kind of need that. You need, like, here's the thing. You need some level of social cohesion to exist, to cohabitate. You also need, like, a base level of education. You need, like, some information that is forcibly fed into you so that you can operate in society.
was expressly the purpose. And then that model was adopted by prototypical fascists in the US, again in the late 1800s. This is before Mussolini and all of that time. Corporate types mostly who wanted to produce cadres of obedient workers. And that's why the desks are in rows, and that's why there's factory bells, and that's why it's top-down leadership. What was really stunning about that—
Wait, what the fuck? What? Dude, this is like straight up anarchism. Like his critique of— wait, what? His critique of the American education structure is quite literally, like, this is, first of all, like, what is he about to say? Like, schools are prisons? Like, what's happening? This is insane. Isn't this Foucault? Isn't he straight up fucking biting Foucault shit? Not that he's, I mean, I'm not saying he's like anarchist or whatever, but, like, I'm almost certain. What? This is literally, dude, he became what he hates the most, a postmodernist. A neo-Marxist postmodernist. What the fuck? Dude, this paired up with his constant, like, him claiming that he wants to be devoid of ideology, is that I think he's still relapsing from the Slavoj Žižek beatdown. To this day, he's just like, what happened? Did he start reading all the works and finally start reading all the works and just, like, rip them, but also claim that he's doing it from, like, a right-wing perspective? What's going on?
It wasn't only that was the model, but it's worse than that, because the people who built the schools were consciously aiming at eradicating the will of the students who were part of the system because they wanted them to be obedient. I did some investigation.
I'm losing my mind. Did no one point this out? I'm sure people saw this and were, nope, everyone's saying wokeism is the tool. Wokeism, wokeism, wokeism. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. People are fucking Foucault posting. But like in a right-wing way. What is happening? This is a Facebook memification. Here's the Foucault quote. Dude, I'm losing it. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my fucking mind. What is going on? Is it surprising that the cellular prison, with its regular chronologies, forced labor, its authorities of surveillance and registration, its experts in normality, who continue and multiply the functions of the judge, should have become the modern instrument of penality? Is it surprising that prisons resemble factories, schools, barracks, hospitals, which all resemble prisons? What the fuck? This is critique being appropriated and consumed by the status quo, lol. No, it's also because, like, these people are fucking stupid. They're just incredibly stupid. Regimented schools do inhibit creativity and learning. I don't even disagree with that. The problem is, when you're a fucking conservative saying this, you're saying it for an entirely different purpose. Your purpose is the abolition of the education department. Your purpose is to basically only offer charter schools that are private, to drive an even further wedge into those who have and those who have not. Okay? You just want to destroy the federal government in its entirety. You don't like the social cohesion or some semblance of social cohesion that public institutions create, and it's supposed to create that so that we can cohabitate with ease, okay? So we can collaborate better. That's why I always say institutes of higher learning have to be fucking free, because that will mean that we have a better educated, more productive labor force that is beneficial for even the capital owners, if you want to think about it from a long-term perspective. These guys don't want that. They want people to be dumber. They want people to not be educated. They want only those who are wealthy enough to come from wealthy families to get these educations, to create an even larger wedge between the underclass, the working class, and the capital owners. All right, I love this Jordan Peterson shit. What is this? Hopefully student debt like this will be a thing in the past once we take off. Wait, what? When I was 17, I went to a Limp Bizkit tattoo, went to get a Limp Bizkit tattoo, and when they wouldn't let me because I didn't have a guardian's approval, I cried and punched a lamppost. 3 months later, I was allowed to take on $119,000 in loans to go to our school. Wait, how are they funding this institution? Like, what? I mean, that's a banger tweet, but I don't get it. Anyway,